All right, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Hey, as you can tell by the title, today we're going to be doing a comparison video. But before we get into that, this is the same wash and go from my African Pride video, and she's a little frizzy, but she's held on really well, so make sure you go check out that video. Today I'm going to be comparing some products from the Main Choice. Since it's wash and go season, I'm going to be comparing the Main Choice's Tropical Moringa Pearly Braid Out Glaze and the Main Choice Cheers Gel-ato. In case you weren't aware, this is my boo. However, I've never tried this for a wash and go, but I've seen a lot of people get great success, so I'm excited to try this on a wash and go and also very, very nervous. If you checked out my Main Choice Cheers collection, you saw that I used this on a wash and go and it was popping. Okay, popping. I already know that the Cheers collection gave me a bomb wash and go, and that wash and go lasted me a good week before I had to wash it out. So I already know that this is going to be great. This one, the braid out glaze gave me a bomb braid out, and it was still defined when I washed it out. I have high expectations for this in a wash and go. I expect shine, I expect definition, I expect hydration, like all of the things that I got from the braid out, I anticipate getting that from a wash and go. Same thing for the Cheers collection. I got shine, I got definition, and I got elongation. All of these good things, all of these good things. So today we're going to compare them. Just to give you some background on the Tropical Moringa Braid Out Glaze, this says delivers amazing definition and flexible hold, restores and locks in longer lasting moisture, smooths, softens, and minimizes frizz, and helps to reduce breakage and minimize shedding. The Gel-ato says that it smooths the hair and locks in desired style, strengthens, protects, and imparts a radiant shine, has rice protein which volumizes while providing softness, vitamin E moisturizes hair and tames frizz, improves hair's overall integrity and elasticity, and is gentle enough to use daily. Both of them advise using them on wet or damp hair. However, the braid out glaze does say to apply it sparingly, while the Gel-ato just says to apply a sufficient amount. So I'm going to try these on a wash and go today. More than likely I'll have the braid out glaze on my right side. I am going to wear a side part and you'll be fine. And the Gel-ato is going to be on the left side. So let's see if there's any major difference. I can already tell you that the braid out glaze is a thicker texture than the Cheers Gel-ato. Like, she's thick, okay? She's thick. Obviously, these are from different collections, so they have different fragrances and different purposes. The Gel-ato, while it's still thick, I just feel like it's a slightly looser texture than the braid out glaze to me. It also has a much lighter scent. I find that the braid out glaze is a little sweeter. The Gel-ato has a fresher and cleaner scent than the braid out glaze. The braid out glaze is a really, really sweet kind of tropical scent. I'm going to cleanse and condition my hair, then I'm going to come back and apply the product. So I finished applying the Cheers Gelato on my left side, which would be your right. And I applied the Braid Out Glaze on my right side, which would be your left. I used the exact same leave-in on both sides, and I applied the stylers using the same technique. That's on application. I can tell you that the Braid Out Glaze definitely laid my hair a lot flatter. Obviously, with me doing a side part, there's more hair on this side, but I feel like it's not as full and voluminous as it could be because the Braid Out Glaze is so thick. So the Braid Out Glaze is really thick, and it has my curls really kind of sleek and compact to my head. I found that applying the Cheers Gelato, my hair was more voluminous, so I had to apply more product to get it to kind of have the same sleek look. Just because of that slight texture difference between the Braid Out Glaze and the Gelato, but also because it's thicker, the slip wasn't really there when applying it. The Cheers Gelato is ever so slightly looser, so the slip was a little bit better when applying that to this side of my hair. Even though there's some differences in the texture and the amount of product I had to apply using each product, I'm not really seeing a difference as far as the look of my hair. Both sides of my hair are nice and hydrated and defined, and the curls are nice and clumped together. So I'm going to go ahead and sit under the dryer and come back and give my final thoughts. Okay, I am back from under the dryer. My hair is actually completely dry this time. Be proud. A couple of things. All right, first let's talk about the Pearly Braid Out Glaze. So that was on this side of my head. Let me give you the full look. You can see that I have a distinct part in my head. So all of this was the Pearly Braid Out Glaze. So everything I loved about the Braid Out Glaze for a braid out, I'm also loving it for a wash and go. Not only is my hair soft and shiny and defined, I can still feel that there's hold there, but I also have volume. It's moisturized. It smells amazing. Just like when I did my braid out, there is that same kind of coating on my hair that kind of still feels sticky. I remember it going away with a braid out, but obviously I didn't apply it as heavily as I did for a wash and go. So I'm going to see how this lasts throughout the next few days. Hopefully over the next few days that will like kind of dry down or dry out, I guess you could say, so that way my hair doesn't still feel like that coating, like that sticky kind of tacky feeling. But overall, love it. Soft, moisturized, defined, and it's not like super flat. I thought that because it's such a thick texture that my hair would be super flat and kind of like compact to my head, but no, I still have volume, and this is only going to get better and bigger over the next few days. Moving on. So let's move on to the Cheers Gelato side. Let me give you a full look. And again, this distinct part. So all of this is the Cheers Gelato. Because it's not as thick, I felt like the gelato had a lot more volume when I was applying it. So I applied a lot more of the gelato to kind of get the same sleek look as I had with the Braid Out Glaze. Now that it's dry, my hair does feel a little tacky, and that's probably because I applied so much product. However, it's nice and soft and defined and shiny. I have not stretched my hair yet. Because I've used the gelato for a wash and go before, I already knew what to expect. I was a lot more heavy-handed on the gelato side because it's not as thick in texture as the Braid Out Glaze. Like, look at, we already went through this in my Cheers video. All in all, if I had to pick one, I would pick the Cheers Gelato, and here's why. It's a looser texture, and with it being a looser texture, there's more slip there. I also like that the Cheers Gelato gives me a little more volume on day one. Obviously, you can't see that here because I slathered it on to kind of get both sides to look similar with the products. I also prefer the fragrance of the Cheers Gelato. It's a lighter scent, so I prefer it to the Braid Out Glaze, which is a heavy, really tropical sweet scent. Also, in case you care, I did co-wash my hair with the Oyen Handmade Ginger Mint co-wash. And then I followed that up with the TGIN Green Tea Super Moist Leave-In. If we're just going by the look of my hair, I feel like they look identical. I feel like they both feel the same. They both feel extremely hydrated and soft, and they both look shiny and defined. Like, Love my results very much. I feel like I got more volume with the Cheers Gelato, and I just prefer the fragrance. As far as how my hair looks, they look identical. So be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I hope this video was helpful. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.